Hold on 1 second before we get started. Can you guys hear me? How is the sound? I'm still making adjustments. Clean and good? All right, cool. All right, we're gonna give it some time to fill in. I think I'm gonna switch glasses on y'all niggas. If y'all want to know what car I'm in, go to my Instagram. There we go. All right, we're gonna give it a little bit of time. Make sure you guys hit that like button, that subscribe button. And then if you got a question, make sure you put the Q before you put the question. So when I go and stroll through, all I do is try to find the Qs. All right. I'm in the Jeep right now. You guys want to know what Jeep I'm in, you could go over to my Instagram and see the Jeep. This is a little live. Another thing, if you guys have some reaction videos, make sure you send them to my email, because I will be doing reaction videos today that I got to edit over the weekend, and I want some new material. I'm getting sick of searching. I just got off vacation. So if you guys have any new material, make sure you send it over. All right. Let me get good and settled real quick. All right, let me go into here. Let's see what we got going on in live chat. All right, we got some likes up. We got 79 people in here, only 22 likes. Let's go ahead and get those up. He says, how much a video like this pay? Every YouTube video pays the same, because not all YouTube videos are monetized. You guys got to realize, in our world, like this space that we in, not a lot of videos get monetized. It may be commercials on there, but that's not necessarily us. You know what I'm saying? YouTube's going to put commercials on there regardless. So, man, I'm trying to find a spot where I could just be low key and talk to you guys for a little bit while I'm out here in the streets. I got to start going live more as well. I'll tell you that. I got to get my live game back up, man. My live game used to be on point back in the day, but then I got burnt out from going live, and I stopped going live. I just started doing reaction videos. All right, let's get those likes up, man. 74 people in here, only 31 likes. Show me some love, man. Show me some love. Show a nigga some love. He says, have I ever dated a woman that practiced witchcraft? No. Come on, bro. Like, some of the questions you guys be asking, that's why I got to sit down and sit in one spot so I can read exactly what you guys are asking me. Some of you guys just ask trolling questions all day long. All right, let's get the likes up. 45, 75 people in here. Let's get it up while I find a parking lot. I got to find me a nice, good parking lot. I think I have. I found me a nice, good parking lot. We about to pull into. If you guys want to know what car I'm in right now, go over to my Instagram and you will be able to see the type of car that I'm in right now and why everyone keeps waving at this car. All right, where we at with it? Right there with it? Hold on, let me go other side of the lot. Keep the lights in here. 91 in here, 45 on the likes. That should have 91 likes. Let's get those up. All right, here we go. Come back here in the cut where I can relax for a little bit. Let me go here where the light's coming in. The light's coming in right there. All right. I'll settle right here for a little bit. All right, let's get to these questions. 81 in here. I want to appreciate it. I appreciate everybody coming in. We're about to slowly but shortly go through the questions. If you donate to the channel, you override everybody's question. I immediately go to your question if you donate. If you want to show me some love, donate. Make sure you hit the donation button. That's what keeps me coming or keeps me going. All right? How we cool here? Hold on. Shit, man. Fucking son. All right. All right, let's hear. Let's go up, back up to the top. All right. We got my man. Let me go back up. Damn, there's a lot of questions in here, but we're going to get to it. He said, Ant flexing. Ant's not flexing, man. They ain't flexing no money. I just bought a cheap Grand Cherokee. Y'all be acting like I'm out here stunting. Cincinnati's in the building. All right. He says, what are your thoughts? All right, first of all, this is what we're going to say. We know the difference between good girls and bad girls, so I don't need questions asking me what a good girl is. At this point, you guys should know what a good girl is. You should know what the good girl looks like, and you should know everything about a good girl. I need some more detailed questions if you guys are going to ask questions, all right? That's the first thing I'm going to say. All the typical stuff, can I date an older woman? We ain't doing that. Let's get straight down to some other shit. All right, let's see here. All right, let's see how much does a video like this pay? All right, let me go down to the bottom. Let's get pressure questions in. All right, Brian K. We're gonna start off with my man Brian K. Anthony Spade reactions. I'm a Sigma mid-towel for 6 years, and hold on, damn, stop. Why can't this hold the fucking questions? All right, here we go. Now we got somebody with a donation. Spider Ninja, big shout outs, bro. He says, good to see you enjoying life and not stuck in the matrix like a lot of people in the world chasing your dreams. That's what it's all about. I've been chasing my dreams my whole life, bro. That's exactly what it's all about. We really appreciate your donation. And I hope you out there chasing your dream too. Like, let's just keep it funky. I can't be the only one chasing dreams, and I'm teaching guys out here to go in and chase your dream on your own. All right. Okay, here we go. My man, Brian K. He says, Anthony Spade, I'm a Sigma mid-towel for 6 years. Is it wrong I tease and flirt with women and then walk away, just returning favors to them? So much fun. Only if you're doing it to the girl that's been playing games with you. You have to realize that if you're teasing and playing with girls that haven't did anything to you and you're doing it premeditated, which means that you're thinking about doing it and then you actually do it for revenge, then the karma's gonna come back on you. You have to naturally be going your own way and allow women to catch up to you. It's good to have a revengeful attitude because it keeps a guard up to where you don't get hurt in the long run. All right? When you have your guard up because you have the premeditated thoughts, it's going to work in your favor. But if you're intentionally like just doing things to girls to get back to what girls that you like did to you, then you're kind of like running into a circle. And the reason why I say that is because everybody is going to have relationship problems. Everybody is going to always be in a confused state of mind whenever it comes to women. A lot of guys are. You're going to be in that state of mind. So understand, it's cool for you to play the game, but don't do it premeditated-ish, because you're only creating your own karma. You're supposed to learn woman's nature, but you're supposed to take what you learned about woman's nature and you have to use that as a defense mechanism for you to stay focused on your purpose. Your purpose comes first, then women. Your knowledge of women is there to keep you focused on your purpose. The more knowledge that you gain about women, the less responsive you are to their actions. All right, so understand, what you're learning in this red pill space is not for you to turn around, go back out and dog women out so you feel better about yourself that what a girl has did to you when you liked her. You're supposed to gain the knowledge and then you focus on your purpose. And while you're on your purpose, when woman nature tries to throw you off focus of your purpose, you use the knowledge that you learn to keep from being distracted. That's what it's for. Like, this game can work. It's going to make you or break you. What do I mean? A lot of these guys are going to use this game that you learn and the knowledge you gain about women, and you're going to turn around and you're going to go and hurt a woman who did not deserve it. And the only thing that that's going to do is just create karma to you. You should be learning the mistakes that you made and then you prevent from doing those in the future. But the knowledge that you're learning is for you to stay focused on your purpose. See, when you see a girl playing game and you're on your purpose, then you can say, I'm done with her. Bye. Bye. Why? Because it never fails. You would never, these theories have always been proven. You would never lose women chasing money. Never. That theory has never been proved wrong. As long as you're chasing your focus and your purpose, a woman will always be chasing you. So understand, don't learn this knowledge and turn it around and use it on innocent women. If you're going to play a game with a woman, make sure you're playing a game with a woman who's already played a game on you. All you're doing is returning the favor to her. Don't go and do the favor on to another woman. You're going to create your own karma to come back and get you, and you'll be stuck in this cycle for the rest of your life. You don't want to be stuck in a psychological cycle of having women problems for the rest of your life. All right, let's go to the next question. Let me go back up a little bit. All right, how do I feel about Leon polygamy? We did polygamy last time I went live. All right. All right, let's see here. Okay, we got my man Alex Munyanka. It look like he's a member. Big shout outs, bro. I really appreciate you being a member of the channel. He says, what advice could you, hold on, what the fuck? Yeah, he said, what advice could you give married men who are getting problems with their baby mom whenever I set boundaries? She breaks. Whenever she set boundaries that she breaks, I have tried to let my baby mama go with 1 month kid. All right, he says, what advice could I give you about a baby mama? You got to realize the thing about a baby mama, why it gets so tricky, is because she already has a weapon against you that ties you guys together. The worst thing that you could do is have a kid with a woman who has it out for you, because she already has firepower towards you, to the point where the only way that you could actually even the score is by having lawyers involved and going in and out of court. That's the only way to do it. You got to realize it ain't going to be no such thing as, I got to let my baby mama go and I'm going to do this. The only way a baby mama is going to truly walk away from a relationship, truly, is when she has a boyfriend to go to. If you have a baby mama that cannot get a man and doesn't have a man, well, guess what? She ain't letting you go nowhere. She's going to make your life miserable. The best thing for you to do is to walk away. Silence is power. But when you're walking away from a baby mom, you got to be silent. And nowadays, you have to fight them with lawyers. You have to realize, just as much as we're coming online and we're giving you guys advice about women, and we have these groups and we may speak to you one-on-one about women, you have to understand that the women have a whole nother culture of girls that are teaching them about men and how to get over. That's what you got to realize. The same advice that we're giving you, there's groups of women out there that are teaching it to women as well. So now you have a competitive nature on both ends. So if I go and tell you to do something in one direction, who knows? Your baby mom may be going to another woman and getting a counter reaction to that. So the best thing for you to do now, you got to damn near fight everything legally. Why? Because women can't keep up legally. Women can't keep up legally. They can keep up legally when you're not trying to keep up legally. But when you're on top of it and you're telling her, hey, I'm doing this and I'm getting a lawyer and we're going to have to do that, and she see you doing it, you're going to start seeing a change in her, because she's going to start seeing her weapon can be dissolved. So understand, when you're dealing with a baby mom nowadays, you have to fight it in court, and you have to get it to the point where the court has to decide when you see your child. When you have a child with a woman, that's the biggest weapon, bro. That's the ultimate weapon. Why? Because it bonds y'all together no matter what. No matter what comes out of your mouth, no matter what you do, it's gonna always bond you together. You find out who a person really is when you have a child with them. My best advice for you to do whenever it comes to trying to cut your baby mom off, you just gotta walk away. One thing that a lot of guys make the mistake at when it comes to women is that you walk away talking. You like to talk what you want to do. You like to talk to her in a way to where you give her warning signs and then hopefully she gets the picture. No, it ain't gonna work like that. As long as you keep communicating with her, she can always drag you in emotionally. Women rule the game of emotion. If she could keep you talking, then she can make you emotional. What you got to do, you got to learn to walk away and just get away from women and let them just stop and think what you're going to say next. That's how you maintain power with women, and that's how you maintain power with baby moms. You got to get away and let the courts decide what you want to do. Shit. Y'all still there? Fuck. Are y'all still there? There we go. All right. I had to shift around. I forgot. Hold on. All right. Can you guys hear me better now? Can you hear me better? Can you guys hear me better? I took the mic loud and clear. All right. Is Andrew Tate good for men? I like Andrew Tate. I like Andrew Tate. Everybody needs an Andrew Tate in their life. I'm telling you. Andrew Tate's one of them. That's one of them ones you want to be watching right now is Andrew Tate. I like his style. I really do. All right. All right, I'm back. Let's put the shit. Let's put the Q in front of the questions. Let's get some real questions. The screen froze because my phone started overheating because I had the here we go. All right, Keandra. This is Keandre. Big shout outs, bro. That's another long time supporter watching every video. I'll be watching you, bro. Big shout outs, man. It says, why do women try to take down only powerful men, mass movements on Instagram by women to ban him? Well, you got to realize he's more, I could probably say he's raw and uncut. And the reason why they're trying to ban Andrew Tate is because this is who Andrew Tate is. It's not an act. If you go back and watch all his stuff 10 years ago, Andrew Tate has been Andrew Tate. He's always been an alpha male that spoke his mind, that spoke what he see. And yes, the women are going to try to ban that because women live in a delusional world. They want the men to be delusional as them. They need every man underneath their following. Like, think about it. A mother teaches her son how to be the guy that women don't want. So you have to understand that society is siding with women. Women are siding with their emotions on how they feel for that moment. You have to realize a lot of these girls are not feminists, but strong feminist women have them convinced to be a feminist. It's the same thing with a lot of guys. A lot of guys are not alpha, but then they come online and we convince you to be alpha. It's the same thing with women. A lot of you guys are going to be nice guys for the rest of your life, and a lot of women are going to be good girls for the rest of their life. But until you figure yourself out, you're going to be under somebody else's ideology. So understand, women can easily manipulate weaker women into their ideology. One thing about a man can't necessarily be manipulated into an ideology because most men demand more knowledge. What do I mean? You're not going to stamp me until I say something that's relevant to the truth. That's the only way. You could go and watch a lot of these guys on YouTube, and a lot of you guys have watched hundreds of videos. You know who's real and you know who's fake. You know who actually can probably back up what they say, and you know who don't watch the whole bunch of videos and they're just coming online spiraling what they watched in hundreds of other videos. So you have to realize everybody knows the truth, but it depends on the strength of a person, what you're willing to fall for. A lot of these women, 98% of women are living out a lie on surface than what they is behind the scenes. What women haven't managed to do is even the odds. Their outside character has not matched their home character that they are when they're by themselves. That's why we say a lot, when it comes to women, the only tears that are real are the ones that she has when she's by herself. So understand, women want to destroy guys like Tate because he's strong. He's straightforward. Kevin Samuels was more like black community. You know what I'm saying? He got where he did some things with white women. He said some things with white women. But you have to realize other cultures of women outgrow the bullshit, and black women maintain the bullshit longer than other cultures. So Kevin Samuels catered more towards the black community. It was more realistic in the black community because he knew exactly how the black community was suffering. That's how he was able to grab the black community. When it comes to Andrew Tate is more like the homeboy you needed when you was 18. You know what I'm saying? The loud, the obnoxious, I'm gonna tell it like it is and it's gonna be this way. You need a person like that in your life. So if, in my opinion, he's a good person to follow. And you're right. They're trying to ban him, but I'm gonna tell you right now, he's so entertaining. He makes so much money that it's gonna be hard to ban him. You're gonna have somebody step up and that's going to have his back. I can guarantee you that. Remember, they tried to ban Kevin as well. But Kevin crawled out of that hole. He crawled out of it and became bigger. After they tried to ban Kevin, he became bigger. Okay, now let's go to... All right, make sure you guys are putting a Q next to your question. Okay, he says, hey bro, it's Gian from Indigo, East Africa. He says, I have a white baby mama who is a narcissist. How can I deal with her? Thanks, bro. Since I have started watching you, I've improved myself. All right, big shout outs, bro, to that dude. He says that he has a white baby mom that's a narcissist. How can I improve into that? Let me tell you something about a woman. The guy that you are at the beginning of the relationship is the guy she's going to hold you to for the remainder of your relationship with her. That's why she's with you. She's with you because of the guy that you were at the beginning of the relationship. So if at the beginning of the relationship, you was telling this woman, all I care about you, man. I want to see you happy. I don't want to do nothing bad. All those other guys before me, fuck them. I'm better than them. You and I don't ever want to see you sad. I don't ever want to see you this. Remember, at the beginning of the relationship, when you were trying to get her, you was telling her all you wanted to do was make her happy. You'd do anything to make her happy because she probably told you a story about guys before you that were just so damn bad that it threw you into simp mode and you said, you know what? I'm not going to be none of those guys in the past. That's what builds a narcissist woman. You guys don't understand. You build a narcissist woman at the beginning of the relationship. A woman doesn't just turn narcissist in a relationship. No, you have to make her. You make her into a narcissist by relinquishing all of your power to get her. So go back and look at your relationship and you say you have a white baby moms. Think about all the buttering up you did to get her. Now she gonna hold you to that. That's what you got to look at. You got to look at all the power that you're giving up just to get these women that when you finally realize they're a narcissist, you got to realize you're realizing she's a narcissist now. What she's been doing. It's just that now you have a name to put on what she's doing, and it's called narcissist. Okay, now that you've named it a narcissist, how long has she been acting like that? Because if she's been acting like that since the beginning, you're not going to change her. Because she's going to be expecting you to be the beta male that still needs sex, telling her what she want to hear. Babe, I just want you happy. Why are you acting like that? She's holding you to those words. You have to be careful at the beginning of the relationship, bro. How do you handle a white baby moms now? Silence. The best thing for a man to do, go silence, find a dream, a plan, and chase that dream and that plan. That way you got something to put over her. You have to be able to tell a woman, like, yo, listen, I'm working on this. You either fucking with me or you ain't. But right now, yo nagging, yo complaining, yo attitude ain't doing nothing but slowing me down. You have to be able to say this out of your mouth. You got to tell her that. A woman has to know where she stands in your life. You have to be able to tell her, like, listen, I'm sick of it. This is how it is. You're stressing me out. You this, that, and the third. Guess what? I would rather pay fucking child support. Don't be afraid to tell a woman that her attitude is so bad that you would rather pay child support than to be next to her and then disappear for a couple of days. That's what you got to learn to do. You got to be able to show her that you're going to back up what you're talking about. Her biggest fear, if she's a narcissist, her biggest fear is losing you. That's why she does so much to control you, because she fears losing you. Disappear and watch how crazy she act. But make sure you tell her it's her fault that you're going to leave her. All right, hopefully I'm able to help you out with that. Ray Allen, big shout outs with the $5, bro. He says, thanks, Spade. How do I manage these freaks in 304s who charge me money on the road to success? How do you manage the 304s and the whores? The 304s and the whores are supposed to be pit stops. You got to look at it. You're on the road to success. It's just like a NASCAR race or an F1 Formula race, right? You got a whole bunch of obstacles on your race to life, but you ain't the only one that want what you want out of life. You got to realize that whatever it is you want to be successful in life, there's somebody else out there that want the same thing. So you and them are in a race to win success. A man is always competing with another man when it comes to success. A Hellcat owner is always competing with a Scat Pat owner. Always. You get to the racetrack, turbos are always competing with nitros. It's always going to be a competitiveness whenever it comes to women, whenever it comes to men. So hold on, bro. So when it comes to you in a race, look at it as a NASCAR race. You're gonna have almost 11 cars that go off. Well, let's look at an F1 race. You're gonna have almost 17 cars that go. So you got 17 people that's all trying to win one race. But you need a break. You need to change things and reorganize. That's what the pit stop's for. You go into the pit stop, you get new tires, you get refreshed, you get some new gas, and then you go back out into the race. That's what 304s are for. When you're on your purpose, a 304 woman is only a pit stop. She's a one-night stand, and you will call her next week. You don't need to manage a whore. She's a whore. When you're not around and she's fucking somebody else, what is there to manage? That's what you gotta realize, bro. If a woman's a whore, she's gonna talk to multiple guys at once. So after you have sex, you're looking to cut her off anyway. What are you managing? She's gonna fuck another nigga. Why you wanna manage something that's already been managed? You're there for the pit stop. You're only there to fuck, get back on course so you got enough energy to keep going and get back on your purpose. That's what women who are independent are doing. Women who are independent, they're overworking themselves. They're fucking dudes for pit stops, and then they're coming right back into the game and they're working hard again. That's what everybody is doing right now. Sex is only a pit stop because everybody is in a race to win. So when you want to manage 304s, you're going backwards. 304s are supposed to be managed by pimps. If you're a guy on your purpose, you don't need to be trying to juggle. You don't need to be trying to juggle 4 or 5 women. I'm going to be honest with you. That's a distraction. The guy that doesn't get women, right? And the guy that pretends to get women, they all going to say, I got a lot of women. Man, I'm managing 7 girls. You're broke. All the good-looking guys at 20 that get all the women, they're cute baby dads with 5 or 6 baby moms when they're 30 and 40. When they're 30 and 40 and they're making the same amount of money as an 18-year-old. Those are the guys that have all the women. I'm going to be honest with you. All the little pretty guys that you think you should be, they all going to be baby mamas and daddies. The black community is filled with a bunch of cute 35-year-old men with 4 baby mamas, telemarketing and shit. You got to think where you want to be, my nigga. Because I'm going to tell you right now, the guy that has a lot of women don't go no fucking where. And if you got a lot of hoes, you going backwards. Because hoes only like drama. You want to teach them, you want to treat them like pit stops. I need you to bust a ass. Let me just lay down and get some rest. And before you could snooze, I already got my motherfucking shoes on. You don't stop for 304s, bro. When you become the man that you want to be, then at that point, you should be sitting at the top of the mountain and you're able to pick out whatever girl you want to continue to go on your journey with you. All right? So I don't know how you could manage 304s. That's going backwards. You fuck them hoes and leave them alone, bro. That's what it is. That's what you want to do. Fuck them and leave them alone. All right, let's go to the next one. Hold on. Shit, a lot of questions done came in. All right, Lexi says, all right, Alex came back with another one. He says, why is so hard for a man to settle with a woman from a single mother home? Well, if you take a woman from a single mother home, her mom. So we're finna talk about this. Why is it so hard for a man to be with a woman who comes from a single mother home? That's the question. All right, I'm gonna explain it to you why. It's because when a mother is raising her children and there's no man around, she's raising those children in survival mode. She's teaching those children survival mode. She's gonna teach those children how to connive. She's gonna teach them how to get over in order to survive. So when you deal with a woman who have not had a man in her life, the chances are, if there has not been a man in her life her mom has already brainwashed her into saying that men are bad and that she don't need a man. The average 10, 11, and 12-year-old little black girl right now who's never been in a relationship, who has never gave birth, who's never been married. We're talking about a 9, 10-year-old little black girl right now. If you was to go up to that little black girl and ask her, what does she know about men so far in her life? You know what she's going to say? I know that I don't need a man. The average little black girl right now would tell you, I don't need a man, and have never been in a fucking relationship yet. Okay, that same thought process exists in all single mothers. All single mothers are going to convince their daughters, you don't need a man, you don't need a man, you don't need a man. That's going to be the main thing. Why? Because she's doing it without a man there. If a single mom has her own house, and a single mom has her own car, and a single mom is making her own money, her only natural instinct is to tell the child, you don't need a man. That's the whole point of government credits. That's the whole point of welfare system, is to place the mindset in a position to where it's okay to say that. So when you're dealing with a single mom and she's raising her daughter in survival mode. Now, there's a lot of tension and frustration between daughters and mothers. So you have to realize that a lot of these mothers don't like the attitudes of their daughters. So when daughters have a little bit of attitude, the mothers have a tendency to snap. That's one thing you're going to notice about a single mother and her daughter, is that she's quick to snap on her daughter. She's quick to have an attitude with her daughter. Why? Because she's going to be quick to correct her. She'll be quick to fight her. She'll be quick to beat her. But when it's all said and done and they're all emotional, mom, why you beat me? And daughter, why you do that? You want to know what her end excuse is? I did it so you don't go out there and get hurt by a man. You got to realize, a single mother and a daughter's relationship based off the fact that they only need each other and not a man. Why you think when you're trying to be with these type of women, they have to get validation through their mom for everything? Their mom has to validate everything. But if mother doesn't have anybody, mother is going to keep the daughter programming low. No, you don't need them. No, you don't need them. Even if the daughter gets pregnant and they're about to have a child, the mother would still be telling the daughter, you don't need a man. So understand, women who come from single parent homes with their mom does not know how to be in a relationship. She only thinks she can always do better than a man because that's the only thing that she knows. But she will be easy to fuck. She will swallow dick. She will be the freakiest in the bed. And that's what fucks a lot of men up. You like getting your balls licked. You like smacking her ass from the back. You like doing porno style sex. If there ain't no father in that house, she doing porno style sex. I'ma guarantee you that right now. Because she been so nervous and she been so traumatized by her mom, she done spent so much time in her room by herself masturbating. You're going to find the highest sex drive is going to be amongst women who have no father in their house. They turn into breeders. Listen to what I'm telling you. The average black home now got grandma, got auntie, and a whole bunch of children running around the damn house with no man around whatsoever. Don't you see that's what's happening in society? Why? Because they're brainwashed at the age of 6. You don't need a man. So if somebody's been telling you your whole life you don't need a man, why do you need to wake up at 25? Most black girls are at 25, 30, lonely by themselves with different baby fathers, and they're like, I still don't need a man. Really? 4 baby fathers? You still don't need a man. They still don't need a man. You know why? Mommy and auntie are babysit. Mommy and auntie ain't got no man. Mommy and auntie just smoke cigarettes all day. So you will notice women who come from single mother homes are going to be sex addicted their whole life, but be walking around hating men their whole life as well. Because it all started from the mother. They don't know any other way of thinking. When it comes to women who are raised by no father, they've always been great for sex. Whew, porno style sex. Some of the best sex in the world come from them girls. And you get it fast. But you got to give them back. Hopefully, you don't get pregnant. You get pregnant, her and her mother would destroy your fucking life. Now, when she's raised by a man, it's a different ball game. Why? Because a father is always there to separate reality from the mother's delusion. That's one thing that you're going to find out. If you're a little boy, you're around your dad at some point, and then you're around your mom at some point, you'll notice your dad would tell you a lot about your mom, and then you'll go around your mom and you'll see all these actions. And you'll be like, holy shit, because men get smarter. That's why a lot of guys, when you get around 30, 35 years old, if you got a fucked up baby mom, you have a tendency to say, fuck that bitch, bye. It ain't no good for her, I'm gone. And you'll be comfortable and happy with that. You'll be comfortable and happy that you walked away from your baby moms and now you and her are kind of like some friends. You feel what I'm saying? Why? Because chances are baby mothers are raised by mothers who did not have a father in their house. So the mom is always keeping the daughter vibrating low so the daughter comes back and need her so she can use her grandchildren. That's what you got to realize. Why you think you see mom, daughter, grandkids all in the same house now? Because misery loves company. And when you're dealing with a single woman who come from a single mother, she's been miserable her whole life. There's never been a man there to teach her structure. Like, take the girl whose alpha father is in her life and she plays sports. That father's gonna be there like, listen, you gotta work hard when you're not playing. All right? When you come home, we gonna practice tonight. When I get off work, we gonna practice tonight. That daughter, that alpha father is gonna put pressure on his children. He's gonna make sure that they know you have to work harder than other kids in order to make it. But when it comes to a mother, she's gonna give her child a participation trophy. Their whole life, you'll get a participation trophy. So they never know when they fail. When they do fail, they just go running back to mommy and daddy. If you 30 years old and you still living with your mom and dad, chances are you got a participation trophy your whole fucking life. That's it. When you start getting participation trophies in life, you're gonna go backwards. That's what it's like when a woman is raised by a single mom. She doesn't have to face reality as long as she can keep going back to her mom and her mom giving her a place to stay. Her mom is like, yeah, you could go out there and get pregnant again. I want to stay with my grandbabies tonight. You go out there and have fun with your friends. No, your daughter's not going out to have fun with her friends. She's going out to get fucking drunk and fuck a nigga because she just been stressing out, taking care of the damn kids, not knowing where her life's going to go. How do the household keep filling up with babies but not husbands? Because the leader's a mom. She's making emotional decisions. That's what you have to understand. You destroy the woman, you destroy a nation, you destroy a country, you destroy a fucking family by just letting the woman be the leader. Always think, and we say this in the manosphere, big shout outs to Angry Man. You got to always look at it. Lions and hyenas. Lions and hyenas. You got to decide where you stand. You going to make a woman your leader in the hyena world, or you going to stand as a man and be a lion? Single mothers keep their daughters in a hyena mood. Single mothers, daughters need to be with weaker men that they can control and boss around. You'll always see a beta male with those type of women. They're good for fucking because they always have porno style sex. I'll give you that. They always have porno style sex, but they're not good for marriage at all. They're not. And hopefully you were able to get the message behind that video. Hopefully you guys got the message behind that. Let's go to the next one because I don't want to be on there too long. He says, do you support Andrew Tate, the top G? Right now, my favorites as the top in the manosphere. I still got Freshest Fit is number one. No. Let me take that back. I still got Kevin as number one. Period. Because it isn't about him just mainly in the black community. It's about how technical he was, how responsive he was, how classy he was with it. That's what makes Kevin the best. How classy he can be with it, and how he was able to break things down even when he's hatred and under pressure. Now, when it comes to Andrew Tate, you put him under pressure a little bit, he'll you know what I mean? He'll you can see him rebel. You can get caught up sometimes, but he's getting better at that. So I got Kevin as number one. I got Fresh and Fit as number two, because they're still consistent. They're still dropping knowledge. They still got the women coming. They're still getting their points across. And I got Andrew Tate as number three right now. That's who I have. Those are my top three that I go to, like, that I listen to all the time. Like, I still watch Kevin's old stuff. Like, Kevin's always been there. Coach Greg Adams, I'm still watching him every day from a live point of view, but you know, he's mainly just MGTOW. So it's like, I like to keep it diversified, but right now I got Tate as my number three guy right now. Like, I like Tate because he's entertaining and he spits the truth. You know what I'm saying? Let's see here. All right, we got, he says, Toby Johnson says Donovan's number one. Donovan's a pioneer. Donovan and O'Shea Duke Jackson are the pioneers of the manosphere. Like, what we're doing right now, we would not be able to do this. And Tommy Sotomayor. Let me take that back. Patrice O'Neal was good on the comedy side, but he wasn't really in the red pill space. In the red pill space, where we're at right now, the pioneers of this is Donovan Sharp and O'Shea Duke Jackson, period. Regardless of what people tell you, they're higher than Kevin Samuels, they're higher than Fresh and Fit, they're higher than all of them. If it was not for Donovan Sharp and O'Shea Duke Jackson, this manosphere would not be where it's at right now. They are the pioneers. Because when Tommy Sotomayor kept getting kicked off of YouTube, Donovan and O'Shea was staying very, 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 very consistent every day. So far as manosphere, Donovan and O'Shea are the pioneers, regardless. Like, Kevin's up there, but Kevin's not a pioneer. Like, he wasn't the one that started it all. It's definitely Donovan or O'Shea, period. And if you guys been on YouTube long enough, you know what I'm talking about. All right, let's get to it. He says, what are your thoughts on sisters that was arrested for refusing to sign ticket in Atlanta, Georgia? That's how it is. We're not playing. Listen, the world is not playing around no more. The world ain't playing around with delusional women. The world ain't playing around with Negroes. The world ain't playing around with trashy people. The world ain't playing around with nobody no more. Over these past 2 years, shit done got fucked up. And look at all these rappers getting killed and going to jail. There is a reset that's happening right now in life. There's a grand reset that if you move too fast now, you gonna get caught up and your life's gonna get tossed into the wind. But if you can able to sit back and look at life right now and actually make great decisions, but not impulsive decisions, make good decisions with your life, right now is the time for you to become the best person in the world, to become the best version of yourself. In the next couple of years, you could become the richest, but the next couple of years, I'm gonna be honest with you, money ain't gonna mean nothing. Money don't mean nothing right now, because we're in a war where, what word am I looking for? Mental health is the new rich, period. Mental health is the new rich right now. If you do not have your mental health together, it is going to be over for you. I don't give a fuck what a woman did to you. I don't care what you got going on in your life. If you can't manage to find a state of happiness right now in modern society that we live in, it is over for you. When it's all said and done, most of this stuff that we discuss is going to be non-relevant here soon. I can guarantee you that. There's a lot more that's getting ready to happen in the world, that whatever's going on with women will eventually not be a problem. But you gotta also understand this about women. Women ain't a problem to a nigga on his grind. That's real talk. Like with me, I don't stress about no woman. Well, y'all know I got a good girl anyway. I don't stress about no woman. I don't stress about that. That was in my 20s. I'm in my 40s now. That's in my 20s. In my 20s, I cared. It was like this, like, damn, I was playing the game that a lot of you guys are playing. But I'm telling you right now, when I buckled up and I got on my purpose, my whole world changed, bro. The way I view women changed. The way women view me changed. Everything just changed. That's what's happening now, is that you have a chance to be the person that you want to be. It's an open space. It's an open world. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to the next question. He got Minister Jap. Minister Jap is another one. But you got to realize, like, a lot of these guys, they giving you the game, but a lot of these guys stayed in the hate category too long. Like, a lot of their stuff is coming off as hatred now. It ain't coming off as guys giving men game about women. Like, those days ain't there. Like, it's pure hate. Like, you got a lot of guys out here, it's pure hate. When you need to be on top, just learning the nature. Steph, what about Steph's code? I like Steph's code. That's another one. Big shout outs to Steph's code. I have to give him a shout out because one of his shout outs gave me a lot of subscribers when I first started. So I could say Steph's code, one of them dudes, bro, that really helped elevate my channel. Big shout outs to Steph's code. Definitely one of the dudes you want to watch. Anthony, are you making any more red pill songs? I don't know yet. Right now, I'm just trying to, like, you gotta realize I've been doing this so long, bro. I've been really looking to take a break, but it's like, I love what I do. I love it's hard for me to even take a break. I love what I do, so I'll think about making music. Right now, I'm trying to reinvent myself for real. You know what I'm saying? You have to grow into a different person. All right, what we got? He says, what do I think about AMS, Dr. BOA? Dr. BOA is definitely a go-to. That's definitely one that you guys need to have in the arsenal. Daily, he putting out 3-4 videos a day and he go live all the time. That's one. AMS done came back into the game. AMS, you know, AMS going his hyenas where he disappeared for a while and then he come back and he goes strong. He going through his strong mode right now. So definitely subscribe to AMS. And another one that's responsible for my channel being where it is. Coach Greg Adams too. Don't sleep on Coach Greg Adams, but all y'all know who that is already. You know who that is. All right, what we got? Tally who not? Hey, let me get some donations up in there with some questions, man. Show me some love. Y'all done gave me $11 in an hour. Stop playing. He says, what do you think women must lack that disqualifies them to be wives? What do I think most women are lacking that disqualifies them from being a wife? Is class. A lot of these women don't have class. They don't have feminine class. You see a lot more women smoking cigarettes, smoking weed. You know what I'm saying? Dressing like men. Deep voices, drinking beer, getting drunk. It's 11 o'clock in the morning and I could go to Olive Garden right now. You're gonna have 4 or 5 single women sitting around drinking at Olive Garden as soon as the bar opens up. Like, the thing that disqualifies women the most is the simple fact that they don't have qualities that men want. They have qualities that men would accept to sleep with them. Like, men accept women doing these things because they're like, oh, I just want the pussy. I'll let her drink beer. I'll let her do this. You put up with the flaws that you don't like with anticipation that you're going to sleep with her. So you have to realize that when it comes to a man, you're not really looking for a wife. You're just looking for somebody to have sex with. The only time that a guy is really looking for a wife is after he's built himself up and he says, all right, I got the car I want. I got the house I want. I got the job I want. I'm running the business I want. All right, cool. Let me start building up my legacy, which means he starts having children for a purpose. There's a reason he's having his kid. All right, I got to have a child so I can push my money on over to him as he gets older and he gets the business. You got to realize that the guy that builds on his purpose looks at life totally different than the guy who's wishing to one day be him. You feel what I'm saying? So when it comes to a lot of women, they don't fit the description of what a guy wants after he achieves success. They fit the description of the girl who's trying to do whatever to get him. They fit the description of a groupie. They don't fit the description of the wife. Women don't understand that a successful man is going to separate how he looks at you. He's either going to look at you as wife material or he's going to look at you as a whore. Like, prime example, if you go and watch mobster movies, Goodfellas, Casino, even The Sopranos, you go watch these type of shows, right? These guys always were businessmen, dominant alpha males, but guess what? They never intertwined a whore with a housewife. Whatever girl was their housewife, they treated her as a housewife. They let her run the business. Tony Soprano gave his wife hundreds of thousands of dollars to control the house, right? But they owned strip clubs where they were fucking girls in the middle of the night and sending them back home. That's what you have to understand. What we have too many guys that like the girl that's supposed to be the side chick and have no idea what the wife is supposed to be doing. See, you're not supposed to give the side chick $10,000. You're supposed to give it to your wife so she can pay the bills on time. Make sure that the kids got clothes. Make sure that she waking up, taking them to school and gassing up the car and stuff. But instead, you're taking that game plan and you giving it to the whore who don't know what to do with the money, but run amok. That's what we have going on. We have women that women are looking at it like, these guys only like whores. These guys only like the slutty girls. These guys only like the girls with the big butts. These guys only do that. So they get jealous of the slutty girls and they go out and try to emulate the slutty girls to get the attention. That's the problem that we have. Women have chosen a small section of women to be jealous of, but emulate them in order to get the attention. And then when guys start treating them like that, now they want to change the game. Oh, so you want to go to the gym with yoga pants on that got the little crack in the ass and make it look like you have a wedgie so your booty cheeks chick out, but now you're getting mad that guys are looking at you at the gym? That's the setup. That's the bullshit that we're dealing with. You gotta look like a slut in order to get the attention, but when you get the attention of a slut, now all of a sudden it's harassment. Now realizing that the guy on his purpose, he see the psychological game that the woman's playing. He looking at her like, cute girl, but your game is totally whack. That's what guys that's on their purpose looks at it as. Guys who ain't on their purpose, you look at her like, man, that bitch over there thinks she all that. She ain't even all that. She should be happy. I'm giving her a smile. Don't nobody gonna do that for her because you think she gonna like what you do. Not realizing like, bro, no. Her whole game plan is set up for them compliments. Her whole game plan is set up for you to come after her so she can reject you. Why? Because she's only emulating the slut that she think you like. So when she goes and emulates the slut, she's doing that on purpose to get the attention, but she don't have the same mindset as the slut. So she ain't gonna be okay with you saying her booty this and girl, you look good and damn like this. To her, she's like, fuck, I just wanted the attention. Leave me alone. It's harassment. Why? Because down inside, she really didn't want to dress like that. She only dressed like that so she could get the attention of the slut. But the slut dressing like that for real. Why? Because she wants something out of you. So what we have is modern women have taken on the traits of the slut to gain the attention and power. But when they wanted to convert and go back to being a regular girl, they can't anymore because they've lost all the traits that they should have gained. The problem that most women are having now, they're stuck in Niggerville. They're stuck in an ignorant ass world where they're destroying themselves, but it feels good to destroy themselves. That's what we call Niggerville, where you just get to party, have fun, do whatever you want. But when you stop and you look at life, you ain't went no motherfucking where. That's what's happening with these women. They running in fucking circles. Them and the simps, that's what's fucking the world up. The simp rate is increasing and the wannabe lookalike sluts is increasing to try to compete for attention while one is searching for love. But he really ain't. Simps ain't really looking for love. What they're looking for is sex at the end of the day. All right, let's go to some of these super chats. We got my man Bomb Will with the $2. Big shout outs, bro. He says, great content. What you think about Passport Bros? I don't know if that's a channel. I'll check it out. But I think that what I've told a lot of guys when it comes to passports and it comes to going around the world, from my experiences of going around the world, it's easy for you to get a foreign woman as an American man. I can tell you that. But when you get a foreign woman in a foreign country, you're still getting the bottom of the barrel. But you're also getting a woman who is more like a dummy. Like what I've noticed about a lot of foreign women that I've dealt with was that their sense of life isn't up to you. You have to teach them everything. You're constantly having to teach them who they are. And I just think that I got to go check out the channel. Before it's like going overseas, I still think that you can still get good women in America if you want to. When you go overseas, I just always felt that was a disconnect for me, all right? But I'll check out Passport Bros, all right? Thanks. Big shout outs to Design and Arts, my man live today. Gotta show love. Big shout out Design and Art, long-term subscriber. He been fucking with me for a long time. Johnny with the $1.99. What are your top 3 cities for black men to live in? For black men, I'm gonna say Dallas, Texas, Raleigh, North Carolina, and you can never, never, never lose with Atlanta. You can never lose with Atlanta. Those are my top 3 right there. Dallas, Texas, Atlanta, and Raleigh, North Carolina for a black man. And the reason why I say that is because majority of black men date in their race. And in those 3 cities, you have a lot of predominantly good black people in a lot of good black neighborhoods. Like, they're very rare, but if you're staying black, that's where I would go, because you're more likely, you can meet a good woman in Texas. Don't get it twisted. Those corn-fed black chicks out there be low-key ready just to be mothers for real, for real. I'm not gonna even lie to you on that. Those are my top 3 that I would go with. Raleigh, North Carolina, Atlanta, and Dallas, Texas for black people. Hopefully I was able to answer your question on that, bro. All right, that's Johnny. We got the next. Chad David. He says, protect Anthony Spade and Andrew Tate at all costs. Big shout out to Andrew Tate. Big shout out to my man, Chad David. And we got my man, Amber Attorney with the $10. Big shout outs, bro. He came in with the word salute. That's what I'm talking about. I was watching BOA yesterday and I saw you in there donating too. So we're going to give you a shout out on that one too, because he did donate to BOA. Big shout outs, bro. I was watching that live. All right, now we're going back over to the other side. Okay, update says, no, I'm not in Miami. I'm back in Pittsburgh. I'm back in Pittsburgh. Let's see. He says, I didn't see no blacks in Dallas, Texas. Are you kidding me? He said Savannah, Georgia, Dallas, Texas. You kidding me? You didn't see no black people in Dallas? Dallas got great neighborhoods, bro. Okay, update says, what do I think can save the black community? Nothing. Nothing. Martin Luther King couldn't save that shit. Malcolm X couldn't save it. Farrakhan couldn't save it. Tupac couldn't save it. Black Lives Matter couldn't save it. Can't nobody save a certain people who are mentally conditioned to feel good destroying themselves. And we're not talking about all black people. Like, let's get that out. We're talking about 80% of the black people though. But I'm gonna tell you right now, you do have a lot of black people that got their mind right. Not you, but you still got a shitload of niggers. Don't get it twisted. We still got niggers and you still got black people. It's just a very, very, very small portion of black people and a big portion of fucking niggas that are just, so there's nothing you're gonna do to be able to save it because the world is moving into worse conditions. You're right. Who is that? Franklin Media? You're right. The programming is too deep. Not only is the programming too deep, but it's too profitable. All right? You have to realize it's not just the programming is deep. The programming is profitable. All right? You could save the black community if it wasn't profitable. You feel what I'm saying? Like, for instance, the Chinese can maintain power because they profit off of everybody else. Black people don't profit off of nobody. There is no other culture that black people are profiting off of, but every culture other than black is profiting off of blacks. Where are you going to go when you haven't even established an economical structure within your own culture? You already know the Chinese got warehouses. You know they make everything. You know they sell you all your fucking beauty products. You know what you're getting from them. You know when you go into the white and Jewish, you're in their big lots. You're in their dollar stores. You're inside of their stuff. Everybody is eating off of you. The blacks ain't eating off nobody because nobody wants your shit. You may get a couple white people that come in the hood and buy some barbecue. You may get a couple of that. But the only blacks I seen wearing FUBU, white people I saw wearing FUBU, was trashy ones calling another black a nigger. Ain't that funny? There ain't nothing you could do when it's so profitable for people to just get blacks to buy into their whole existence and their whole thinking. Why would they stop and make black people smarter? There is no point of making black people smart. It's profitable for everyone, for blacks to be dumb, for blacks to be confused, for you not to be married, for her to be a slut, for you to be a bum and vibrate low. It's more profitable in blacks being dumb than it is blacks being smart. So no, you can't save the black community because even the black community sees the slaves within themselves. Think about it. A black person will con you out of $1,000 to buy some shit you don't even need and take that $1,000 and buy a gold chain in front of you. Kind of shit is that? You can get conned by a black person and you'll see them a week later with what they done blew the fucking money on. No, you can't save the black community. You have to, when you graduate, right? This is how I see it. Every black person that's born is a nigger. You're born ignorant, dumb, and stupid. Why? Because there's no structure there. There's no power structure. There's no economical structure there at all. So when a black person is born, they're automatically niggers coming out. What niggers gotta do, you gotta graduate to a black person. Only your experiences in life will graduate you to a black person. Only the knowledge that you learn will graduate you to a black person. That's why you have 80% of the black community fucked and only 20% that actually made it. Why? Because you have to graduate to being a black person. See, what you got to understand about Harriet Tubman said, I saved 1,000 Negroes, but could have saved 2,000 if they would have knew that they were fucking slaves. Did you know her first husband, she divorced him because he wouldn't run away free with her? So you have to understand that black people are in a state of mind where they don't know what happiness is. You don't know what success is. You don't know what's been done to you. That's what Hitler said in his book, page 132. Blacks have the power to take over the fucking world. You're stronger than everybody, but you have yet realized what's been fucking done to you. You don't even realize that when you learn how to do shit other cultures do, not only do you do it better, but you do it faster than them. You haven't even grasped up on that. They don't look at the fact that, hey, predominantly athletes are dominated by the blacks. Why don't the blacks just open up their own league? No, because it's better if I get the money from the white person. They feel better getting the money from the white people. A black person don't want to go work for no other black person. That's like, nigga, why I gotta work for you? Black employees destroy other black employees. A black person would destroy your fucking business. How many times have you been in the hood, right? Or you been at a restaurant, your favorite restaurant you go to, and it's filled with niggas. And all you do, you walk in there, it's dirty, it's loud, there's long ass lines, and within 2 months they get rid of them niggas and they put them white folks in there, and all of a sudden you can actually order at the fucking drive-thru and get your fucking food when it's hot. What we talking about? Mexicans have already taken over the jobs that blacks were supposed to do. I want a fucking Mexican in my shit. I don't want no nigga near me. That's real talk. That's real talk. I done hired too many Negroes to know the end game on that. I done tried, and that's what black men do. Black men that graduate from niggers to fucking black men, you know what you do? You say, man, this shit was easy, bro. Like, fuck, it's easy. Just you could do it. You could do it. It's really, really, really easy. If if you just act like a black person, the law of attraction will give you whatever you want. So when niggas graduate to being black men, what you say is, you like, man, let me go back and help my brothers, yo, because they just don't know how easy it is. Let me go back and help my brothers, yo. They just don't know how easy it is. But every time you try to go back and you help a black man, yo, they remind you, I'm shit, and I don't want to be nothing but shit. I don't want to go nowhere. I'm just a shitty person because being shitty works for me. And then that's when black people be like, I tried, brother. I gotta leave you alone now. The first thing that a black man does when he graduates from being a nigger, he goes back and he tries to save those niggers. Just like Harriet Tubman tried to go back and free slaves that did not want to leave. It's the same thing with the black community. You try to go back and help people, but there's a problem. They don't want to leave. Some blacks don't want to be the best version of themselves. Some blacks don't want to be rich. Some blacks don't want to work hard. They don't want to be happy. They don't want to do that. I'm convinced of that. You don't want that. They don't want that. They don't want it at all. By the time they want it, they're fucking 50. About to die. Going to church 3 days a week to try to solidify their fucking spot in heaven while they fucked up their younger years. What's we talking about? What do you mean? What can you do to try to help the black community? Nothing. Get the fuck away from them. The fuck? Motherfuckers gonna be fighting each other for the rest of their life. They're gonna be killing each other for the rest of their life. What's wrong with black men and black women? That debate's gonna be going on for the rest of our life. There's gonna always be a YouTuber doing a debate with black and black people. It's gonna always be. That's where the money's at. That's where the money is on YouTube. You wanna make money in this spot? Go at a black woman. A black woman wanna make money on her channel? Go at a black man. Watch how much money you make. See, everybody running a train on black people for money. Everybody getting what they want. Look at Balenciaga. He's killing it right now. Look at Richie Millie. He's killing it right now. He killing it. All these black people buying Richie Millies made the same as a motherfucking citizen. Are you fucking kidding me? And you paying that much and they made by the same material as a citizen? They don't know that. You know why they don't know that? Because a rapper got his for free. But he convinced everybody else that he paid $300,000 for it. So now they gotta go pay it. Why? Because a white man ain't buying that shit. Ain't nobody else gonna buy it. A black person gonna buy it. You know what I'm saying? You could be around black people and you're like, anybody wanna buy my peanut butter and jelly sandwiches? Or, hey, you wanna buy this water? They're like, no. Blacks would be like, no, I don't wanna buy that water. Hey, you wanna buy this water? No, I don't wanna buy this water. Damn, I got this fucking $1,000 bottle of water. Anybody want it? $1,000? Yes, it's $1,000. You could buy these other waters over here for $3, but this water is $1,000. They gonna want it. They gonna want it. When Gucci realized they had a black fan base, not only did they apologize, but they upped the price. They upped the price. Why? Because they knew you were gonna come and get it. There's nothing you can do. The only thing that a black person could do in the black community is graduate from being a nigger to being a fucking black person, and then you get the fuck away from them niggas. You have to have white friends. You have to have Spanish friends. You have to have African friends. You have to have Haitian friends. And the reason why I say Africans and I say Haitians is because they still stick to their fucking culture. I respect African people and I respect Haitian people as a nomination of under blacks that manage to keep their fucking culture. And if you from Miami, you know what I'm talking about. That's simple. African Americans, you're the cash cow to everybody else. If I make a fucking video talking about how bad black women are, shit, I'll make fucking 80 and I'll make at least $200, $300 just in donations. Just in donations. I'm gonna make that money. That's why I stopped making those type of videos. I see exactly where the hatred's at. It's like, damn, man. It's fucked. It's a fucked up situation. Yes, it is. Ain't nothing you can do to help, bro. At this point, the only thing you can do is play selfish. Play the selfish role. Hold on. He said in Jamaica, Gucci is consumed so much, yet they poor sets. The mindset is messed up. Put it like this. Let's talk about Gucci Man for a second. And let's get those likes up too. Well, y'all doing good on the likes. I like that. Let's get some donations up. Show me some love on the donation side. Ask a question with a donation. Don't let they $10 stop your one. Just show me one love, or go to the even the Cash App is down there. Hit me up on the Cash App. But he said, what did he say? He says, he said I'm spitting some real flame. Franklin Media, big shout outs, bro. All right, let's get some more questions. Then he said the Asians move. He says Asians move silently. Everybody is supposed to move silent. He says, how do I deal with an Asian girl with a father who hates black people? That's up to her, bro. That's up to her. Sometimes you may have to sacrifice her because she may be attached to something that's going to give you problems in the future. I've done that in my life where I've been with girls that I liked, but me and them together was a problem with their family, and I got rid of her. This is one of the reasons why I do not date white women anymore. It's because no matter how much you and a white woman may get along, no matter how good the sex is, when you go around a white family and you're a black person dating them, there's nothing. There's no connection. There's nothing there. You feel like you're on eggshells the entire time that you are around them. So, in my opinion, when you're dealing with other cultures of people, you have to naturally understand they're looking down on you no matter what. And the reason why they're looking down on you is because of what your culture shows. It's facts. If you was to emulate a black person right now, if you watch a white person go to emulate a black person, they look stupid doing it. But if you look at a black person emulating a white person, they always sound smart. Why is that? Why does everybody that emulates black people that's not black look stupid, but everybody that emulates whites and other cultures, when blacks emulate other cultures, they look smart? because blacks don't know what they look like. So you got to understand, when you dating outside your race, you already going into a situation where their parents are looking at you like a dumbass because of the color of your skin. You want to be looked at different, but it's hard for them to look at you different because majority of you are fucked. Period. It's going to be hard to change the Asian culture to what they think about you. Asians ain't never really gave a fuck. They've always been in their own. You're not going to change their views, especially if they up over 40. You're not going to change their views. The only way that you can change their views is over succeeding them, out succeeding them. If her father is doing better than you, shut up and get to the fucking money. The only way that they're going to accept you, you have to supersede them. See, a racist white dad is going to always be racist when his daughter's with a black man, regardless of what she say out of her mouth. And believe it or not, the cute white girl, if you got her father has called you a nigger. I can guarantee you that. The prettier the white girl is, the more she done heard the word nigger in her household. I can guarantee you that. But the only way that that white man gonna look at you and shake your hand is if you get more money than him. That's real talk. If you ain't getting more money than that motherfucking white boy, he ain't gonna let you date his daughter. When it come to Latinos, you ain't making it. Sorry, you ain't. A lot of you niggas think you can just run to the Latino community. You can't. You can't. They dads is on them fast. They fathers on them fast. You may get the fat Latino chick, or you may get the Latino chick that thinks she black because she on the poor side. But when you talking about getting a decent Latino woman, you can't. You can't. Because one group of people that do study blacks the most is Latinos. And I'm half and half. I'm telling you. The Latino side would tell my black side exactly what's going on. I'm letting you know that right now. When it comes to other cultures, they're already going against you because they think you are a nigger. The only way for them to accept you, you have to supersede what they see. Stop running your mouth and show results. You pull up at the house with a Benz, he just may call you son. That's real facts. All right, let's go back to the next question. Hopefully I was able to answer your question on that, big dog. He says, Franklin Media says black people need to research the truth. Black people don't want the truth because the lie is more entertaining. That's what it is. Black people like to laugh. One thing that I can say about blacks love to laugh. Blacks love to have a good time. You take black people, not niggas. You take black people and put them together, you get the best jokes, you get the best communication, you get the best love. It's so beautiful when you have a group of black people that are just black people that get along. Those are the best until a nigga come around. When a nigga come around, it's an entire different ball game when niggas come around. You go to a party where it's more niggas than it is black people, oh man, it's a fucked up situation. A lot of arguments, a lot of loud talking. Somebody's gonna argue about something. Somebody's gonna fight. It's gonna always be some stupid shit. But if you take black people, just black people, and you put them together, you get the best, you get the best environments. You get the best environments. I'm telling you, you get the best jokes. You get the best comfortability. You feel more relaxed when you are around black people. You're a black person and you go around an all white group of people and you feel comfortable around them. You just been around too many niggas. That's real talk. With me, I like white people and all, but I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I've been around, I prefer the Latino community and the black community, period. When it comes to lounging, when it comes to sets of people that I like being around, because whites don't have good jokes. Your jokes are not funny. They're just sarcastic. They're filled with a lot of sarcasm. I don't like sarcastic jokes. I like jokes that go straight to you. That's what blacks do. Blacks don't have sarcastic jokes to try to make a situation lighter. A black person's not afraid to call you the fuck out. And in the black community, when you're around niggas, it ain't that problem. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Black people will correct other black people. Black people will tell other black people, yo, you don't want to fuck up. You don't want to do that, bro. Hey, man, you don't want to do that, bro. You want to do that. That's what black people do. Niggas don't. Niggas find negativity in everything. You try to explain to a nigga how to do something, he's going to overlook the good advice you're giving him and go right to what could go wrong. You got to leave them motherfuckers alone. When it comes to the Latino community keep it Latino. Do not get it twisted. Latinos are going to keep it Latino. Period. Not too many gonna go on the white side, only in the corporate side. But there's so much unification inside of the Latino community. It's really hard to break that bond. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's hard to break that Latino bond. Latinos probably have the strongest connections next to Mexicans and Arabs. Remember, I do have an Arab girl, so I do, trust me, that's too. I'm surprised I left that out. They're very close. Blacks don't have none of that. Being with an Arab woman and growing up in a black and Latino community, I can tell you, the Arabs are more closer to the Spanish side. You feel what I'm saying? When it comes to communication, working together to build, like they would do that. Like I've seen Arabs take people that are fresh off the boat and give them a business. You feel what I'm saying? And go there every day and help them out till they get their business running. You don't have black people doing no shit like that where they could take one of their friends, give them the money, and then help them build the business so they get started. Then when they get started, their friend pays them back. Like you don't have that in the black community. In the black community, they're more concerned on how much I'm gonna make so I could go buy Yeezys. How much am I gonna make so I could go get a haircut? How much am I gonna make so I could go do this? How much am I gonna make so I can go get that Benz? How much am I gonna make? I gotta get rims. How much am I gonna make so I can go get this? They're spending the money before they fucking get it. They're spending the fucking money before they fucking get it. I'm gonna say it again. You're spending the fucking money before you fucking get it. One of my best friends is Jewish. This motherfucker wears the same shit every day. His car has 250,000 miles on it. And I know for a fact he's worth over millions. But to him, hey, my car's still running. You have to understand that we're convinced that material things are going to just make us happy. It doesn't. It puts you out of place. You can't bring a fucking Ferrari to a group of people who only makes $20,000 a year. Black people feel like they can do that. Why do you feel like you gotta take your Lamborghini into the hood and dangle your success in front of wolves that ain't got shit? That's what's setting black people back. I mean, my bad. That's what's setting niggas back. Black people get it. Most dudes that are black, you're a truck driver now. You done started your own detailing company. See, blacks know where they're gonna power at. Most of the black dudes I know that getting that quick money, you probably done got on the oil field. Well, we got tire shops here. Like, black people have gotten out and started their thing. They know exactly what to do. Black people have did it. Niggas are still hustling. A nigga think he could be a rapper. A nigga think he could get over. He think he could be a scammer. He think he could sell weed for the rest of his life. That's what a nigga do. A nigga go get a job and get a couple paychecks, quit the job, take that money and go buy an ounce and try to double up from there. Come on, man. That's what niggas do. Niggas are constantly in survival mode. Why? Because they get it from their fucking mom. That's why when a black man goes a certain amount of time with a black woman and he gets the fuck away from her, he just wants peace and quiet at that point. He don't even want to look at her. I don't even want to be around her. I don't want to do that. What your mom say? Whatever. I don't want to hear what she say. I'm going on. Because they know that no matter what she does, she's going to tear you the fuck down. And that's the problem that we have going on in the black community. You're designed to feel good, destroying yourself, while relinquishing all your assets to other cultures. The entire black culture is nothing but a mesh fill of other cultures. Even the music. The music has so many other cultures with drums behind it and words, and you bop to it. You're even taking sounds from other cultures and putting it into rap music to make it sound good. The black community is just a mush of everybody that profits off of them. That's it. That's it. From the clothes to the fake eyelashes to the wannabe lookalike. Like, everything is a fucking costume. Blacks are designed to wear costumes every day and be something that they're not. Hopefully you guys are getting a message behind this shit, man. Y'all get me in my bag today, bro. Exactly. $500 for sneakers for what? Exactly. All right. Make sure you guys are putting a Q next to your question. And let me get some donations up in there, man. Y'all show me some love. Y'all got me out here on $50 in 2 hours. Big shout outs to Denmark. He says other race of people are watching and studying black people. They don't need to study black people anymore. What other cultures are doing now, they're taking advantage of the dusty white ones that ain't gonna make it. The poor white people have became the new niggas. Blacks are already figured out. They figured blacks out years ago. They don't really have to do that much whenever it comes to black people. They've been had you figured out. There's no need for them to study you anymore. They told you how to think. They taught you how to feel. What is there to study? You're going to study something that you don't know. Everybody already have black people figured the fuck out. They don't need to study you. What they're studying now, they're studying the weak. They're studying a lot of these trashy white people that are taking on the mindsets of blacks. You're starting to see way more white people nowadays that have a trashy ass black woman attitude. You're seeing way more white women with yellow kids about multiple dudes. And that because they taking on that mindset. Y'all mean to tell me y'all not seeing a shitload of white women with fucking a whole bunch of black kids by multiple dudes? Because they think the shit is cool. They think that they look cool in front of black women by doing that shit. Because they grabbed onto their spirit. So now they're emulating it. Don't a white dude acting like a rapper just looks like a clown in the hood? Right. But he takes on that spirit. See, black people are strong. Their psychology is strong, especially a black woman. When it gets inside of other cultures, you just make them look like they stupid as fuck. Period. Anybody that emulates the blacks just look dumb. And blacks never stop and say, why you look stupid emulating us? Well, that's what you look like. Hypergamy will help me attract an Asian woman. You need to understand what hypergamy is. A woman is going to always be looking for a man to do better than her, period. Let's get that straight right now. A woman is going to always be looking for the man that does better than her, and she's going to be way more attracted to it. You have to look at it like this. If you work at the post office, you need to be hollering at the girl who's at the drive-thru at McDonald's. Period. You have to know your hypergamy. You have to know what woman looks up to you. That's what's going to matter. Because at some point, a woman's going to say, all right, I'm ready to have kids. Who am I going to have kids with? You got a lot of these mothers that I see every day. They're not mad that they didn't get Drake. A black woman is. They're not mad at that. They knew they went through a young phase of their life. We back up. I got to get some more. My car getting hot. Yeah, I'm back. The phone just overheating because I got it on the dashboard where I got all the where the sun keeps hitting on the dashboard. You guys got me clear? Can you see me clear? All right, we back at it. I'm gonna show y'all a little bit of the road. Oh man, it don't show that clear. All right, my concentration was broke, but we back at it. All right. Okay, say shut up. I just gotta find another. Big shout outs to, I'm trying to drive and shit. Big shout outs to the one that just said, I said something that hit home. Big shout out to you, bro. I can't really drive now. I'm going down the road. I'm trying to find a shaded spot where I ain't got to worry about the sun coming down, beaming on my ride. And it keeps shutting the damn phone off. But let's definitely get those likes up. Don't forget about those donations. I need to start going live way more often. I have AC, but if I turn it up, then you guys won't be able to hear me. I got it up high enough, but at the same time, I'm trying to preserve on gas while I'm doing this. All right. Let me find it. Let's get those cues up. Y'all give me some, can I answer a question? Yeah, put it in right now, Gene Patrick. Put it in. Somebody asked me about Travel Bros already. We ain't doing that. Yeah. Oh, he says Cash App still pending. All right, I gotta go over to the Cash App side, bro. I'm driving down the road. I'm gonna get to it. What am I riding? I'm in my Grand Cherokee now. You guys can go to Instagram and you can see my cars. I'm in the Grand Cherokee now. Or you can actually go over to my second channel and see the cars as well. But y'all got me in my bag for about 30 minutes. You know what? I may start doing more lives and reactions. We may do it tonight. We may do a little No, not tonight. Not tonight. I was gonna say we could do some reaction stuff tonight. Let me see here. We'll come over here. All right, I got me a little spot. All right, we got a super chat. Amaze says, appreciate the message, Mr. Spade. It's time for black folks to wake up from their age-old slumber. You're right. You're right. Blacks have to wake up, and blacks have to wake up fast. Jamari, big shout outs. Thanks for the 10 bucks, big dog. Definitely thank you. Y'all don't let they $10 stop your two. But like, you're right. Blacks do have to wake up. But what you have to understand is how many times are we going to continue to say that blacks have to wake up? Like, that's the problem. We spend too much time saying blacks have to wake up. We spend too much time saying we got to stop the violence, increase the peace. We need to all come together, and we got the power to do it. You're right. Blacks have the most strength and the biggest work ethic in the world. In the world. When a black man puts his mind to it, it works. It works. Because he has the work ethic to keep doing it. He doesn't get burnt out as much. Other cultures burn out fast. One thing that blacks have is blacks have a mindset and a work drive. It's just that they have a lazy mindset depending on how they raised. You take a black man that was raised by his dad, he turns out all right. Versus the emotional one that's raised by women. Most of the guys that become successful that was raised by women are successful in the entertainment business. They're successful in other things. They're not successful at things that actually matter, like actually owning a landscaping company, like owning construction companies, or owning food companies, or owning stores and owning malls and owning that. Like, blacks don't own that shit. So what has become the trend is just talking about what blacks need to do is the biggest trend. That's the big trend that we have going on. Let's sit around and let's talk about what blacks need to do again. Like, do you agree or disagree with that? We have to say, when do we get to the point when it comes to black people, we're saying, all right, let's not talk about what we need to do. Let's just do it now. When do we get to the point where we just do it? That's where the dysfunction is. Nobody knows how to just do it. They don't know what it feels like. Even when blacks try to come together, like if you take black men and put them all together to try to create something, you're gonna always have that negative Nancy that's trying to put doubt into what y'all trying to build. I've gotten together with 7 other black dudes that had some type of money and try to put our money together to do something. You can't, because they pick up the spirits of a woman where they want to nag and complain, go deeper into details. What about this? What if this happens? What if that happens? How about everybody just put their money together, get behind one person, and we just promote whatever he got going, and we get behind it if it makes sense, if it makes some money. They don't think about that shit. Blacks got to have a solid answer before they're willing to take a risk. You're never going to make it that way. You have to take the risk. But instead of taking the risk, people would rather sit back and complain about life. It's like, oh, I could take the risk. No, man, because of this, and they did that, and the white man this, and people, how they're going to treat us. No, go hang out with fucking niggers. When you graduate to being a black person, you can't even fuck with your family no more. It's that simple. You have to walk away from them. You have to not go to the family reunions. You gotta stay the fuck away from a nigga the moment you graduate and you become a black person. We just don't have enough black people that are actually graduating and going to becoming a black person. That's the problem. So what's left is like insecurity. 80% of the black community don't believe they can do anything. They don't believe they can make it. They don't believe that they can achieve. So they live life based off of a survival mode mindset. But they're trying to survive to buy things that make them feel good. Oh, I'm a hustle because I got to get Yeezys. Oh, I'm only going to work hard because I want the rims. Oh, I'm only going to work hard till I get enough money to get the down payment on the car, then get the car, and then I'm going to scam to keep the payments of the car coming. Like, black people are living paycheck to paycheck, past due amount to past due amount. That's how they're living. Whatever credit card they managed to get, that gets maxed out fast. On what? Shit that made you feel good. You got to feel rich. They don't look at credit card as, let me build up credit so I can get something bigger. These motherfuckers look at credit cards as free money. Their credit's already bad. So if they run a credit card up $10,000 and it says, oh, if you don't pay on this, you're going to have bad credit. Black people going to be like, fuck it, I already got bad credit. You shouldn't have gave me a card with bad credit. That's how they're looking at it as, bro. No one's looking to build. Only 20% of the black community are actually looking to build. And we're stuck in this mindset where everyone is confused and you don't know the next step that it's going to take for you to be happy. That's where the problem is. You want to know why? Because you haven't been taught to leave the nest. You must leave the nest. You must not be afraid to take on life experiences. You must not be afraid to fail. Black people are too afraid to fail. So when they see a black business, this is why black businesses don't grow, that want to hire black people, it's because a black person looks at a black business like it's gonna eventually fail. But they look at a white business and say, oh, I could work here because he's probably gonna last a little bit longer. That's why black men, you'd rather work for a white dude and then you'll despise working for a black man. If you work for a black man, you, in your mind, you already know it's temporary. You know you're not gonna be loyal to this black man. You know that you and that black man in this business, you won't help him go to the next level. But you will a white man. You'll get up under a white man and start pretending that this is your long lost dad. That's what these niggas do. I done seen too many black dudes that done got around rich white old people, and all of a sudden their jokes become funny, and now they got a new father I had a close friend of mine make a white boy, his brother, put him in a wedding and everything, and the white boy didn't even give a fuck about him. He dissed everybody for a white motherfucker with some money. And there ain't nothing against white dudes. I'm just talking to blacks. Blacks know what I'm talking about, because white people don't want you either. They getting sick of niggas. Period. We just got another donation here. We got my man Aaron Max with the 10 bucks. Big shout outs, bro. Really appreciate it. So when people continue to talk about the black community, it's a fucking joke, man. At the end of the day, it's a joke. All right, let's go to the next question. He says, this is from Joe G. He says, can you explain how women think with delusion with examples? All right, fine. I'll take you back to, he says, what is an example of a woman being delusional and practicing delusion? Here's a good one that you guys could relate to. When your mother gives you advice on women, she tells you what all women want. All women want compliments. All women want to be treated like this. All women want to be treated like that. But what she's really saying is, that's how I want to be treated because I feel low, but she interprets it and says, this is how all women want to be treated. So when you go around and you try to do what a woman's told you to do, you'll notice it doesn't work out the way that she taught you it was going to be. Why? Because she told you what she wanted to work. Okay, when it comes to women, their delusion is doing what they want to do, but trying to act like everybody wants it. That's what you got to understand. See, a woman to feel so low, like she's empty, and then 5 guys will tell her she's pretty, but she needs to take their 5 and amplify it. Like, I'm pretty, I'm pretty. She'll constantly tell herself, I'm pretty. But she may be the ugliest girl in the world, and the guys that told her that are guys that need sex. But she's looking at it like, all right, somebody's telling me I'm pretty, I'm pretty. So she'll continue to tell herself that she's pretty and she's pretty, and then the next guy that tries to get with, she'll reject him on purpose. Why would she reject him? Because she has to convince herself she's worth more than what she feels like. This is what happens in society. Women are pretending to have the confidence and be the woman that they think you are going to admire. See, their delusion is, I can dress like a slut and get away with it. You can, but only around simps. Around alpha males, they're gonna despise you. But the delusion is, she thinks every guy is going to react to her the same way based off the small percentage of simps that are giving her her confidence. So when it comes to women and their delusion, most of it is only geared towards weaker men who are willing to fall for it. When that same woman gets around alpha males, she don't know what to do. All she do is shut up. Also, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. You'll notice women cannot stop and hold a conversation with an alpha male at all. She either gotta wanna fuck them, she either gotta give them compliments, or she don't say nothing at all. But when it comes to a beta male, they'll argue with you, they'll fight with you, they'll put on a scene with you, you and them become friends. You always catch women around weak or gay guys because they can control it. Why? Because those are the guys that are gonna cater to their delusion. That's what you gotta realize. You got some girls right now that are sitting in a parking lot and they'll be like, man, they ain't got no fucking money in the world. And then they'll go somewhere and they'll just look sad and pitiful. And then there'll just be some guy that comes out, hey, what's wrong with you? And she'll exaggerate a big ass story just to get the results. Why? Because in her brain, every man's gonna fall for the same game no matter what. But what she ain't realizing is, her subconscious mind is only gonna keep catering towards the weaker ones. This is what keeps them in their DM. This is what keeps them inside the comments. To them, they know. Like for instance, facts. Video on World Star right now. Facts. These are facts what I'm giving you. There's a woman who has a family channel, right? And on her channel, a YouTube woman, on her family channel, she shows her family and her daughter, but she drops pictures of her daughter on her storylines, of her daughter wearing like short shirts or whatever her daughter is wearing, she wears it, right? But if you go in the comments, her comments are filled with grown men that are telling this woman her 6-year-old daughter is beautiful and they would love to sleep with her. Oh my God, look how wonderful she is. Look how cute her belly button is. These are grown men that are inside of these fucking chat rooms looking at these little girls from women posting their children online. These are grown men looking at it, but the woman overlooks all that. That mother goes in and sees those comments every fucking day and still continue to post pictures of her daughter up and up and up and up. Why? Because she's convinced it's not that bad. She's convinced that it's not that bad as long as she's not getting hurt, not realizing you're dragging your daughter close to being kidnapped. You have to understand that when you stop and you see the Arabs and you see the Muslims make their wife cover all the way the fuck up, you have to. You have to. Because when you let women run free, they're going to do whatever it is that they can get away with. Not what they want to do. They're going to do with what they can get away with. Because what they want to get away with makes them feel good because that's what they wanted to do for that moment. Not guys. Guys would be like, man, I just want to get in my car, run into everybody. Well, guess what? You'll think about it like, man, I'm not about to run into everybody. I'll mess up my car. I'll do all this. But no, a woman, when she's emotional, she's going to make that decision and she's going to do just like that girl did last week. She's going to run into everybody. A woman's delusion is her biggest downfall, but it's her superpower whenever it comes to a weak man. Understand that. Strong men and weak men look at life totally different from each other. Big shout outs to my man Eric Cummins. He says, how do you feel about the PPP bros? Man, everybody keep asking. I answered that earlier. Passport bros. I haven't really been to that channel. You guys know I'm fresh off of vacation and stuff. I haven't been to that channel. Let me tell you something. As a content creator, bro, we don't have time to watch nobody else's content between the content that we film because everything is not monetized. Sometimes I got to film 3-4 times a day and edit just to get one video to put out. So other content creators that are doing what I do, I have to like go and watch it. You talking about the passport travel, I guess the passport bros. I haven't looked at that channel as much, but I have responded to how I feel about going overseas. When you're going overseas, you're going to be doing the same thing you're doing here. You're going to be tricking. And if you end up with one of those girls, a lot of times these girls, their mindset is not up to date with yours. It's almost like talking to a robot sometimes. That is only good for sex. If you want to go overseas just to get your balls licked and stuff, go ahead. But understand, you ain't the only man that's taking trips to go get your dick sucked by that same woman. You saw the video on World Star where the guys bought 10 girls in Dominican Republic. Well, guess what? When they got done banging those 10 girls, it was a whole nother set of guys that flew into the city and did the same thing again. But you got to stop and think, how many guys before them that were on vacation came down and banged those girls too? What you guys are going to realize as you get older is that as a man, when you build value into yourself, sleeping with a woman who fucks anybody is disrespect to your character. That's what you are going to learn. You think with everything that I built between YouTube, the trucking company, and where I'm at with my life, that I'm going to waste a cent, a dime, or even valuable time on a fucking slut who's just getting ran through? No. because I can still get a woman of caliber to do the same thing that she's doing. Having sex with someone that you do not have a connection with, you have to be drunk. You have to be fucked up. Like with me, if I come across a girl, right, she may have a fat ass, a big titties. She may look good. But if we sit down and talk and we just vibing and she's combative, she wants to argue, she wants to do this, okay, to me, she's not sexy anymore. Bye. I don't want to fuck her. But to you beta males, she may turn you on with her fucking attitude. You may be into it, like, oh, she challenging me. I got to prove myself. She'll turn you on more. But to me, she won't do that. She'll just be a stank. She'll just be a big booty chick who's cute with a fucking attitude. She's not going to be adorable like you. You guys will continue to chase the fucking bride. I won't. Why? Because I have more value in myself and I know that there's options out there for me. Getting your balls slicked by an ugly chick and getting your balls slicked by a sexy chick feels the same. Period. So if you know at the end of the day, you're not chasing women or you want to be with women for a fucking relationship and you just trying to hit it and quit it, then just do it. Hit it and quit it. Don't try to pull it to the side. Don't try to make her your side chick. Don't try to build anything with her. Why? Because there's another nigga that's going to be smashing that shit. So if you guys want to travel and go overseas and take your chances at other women, you just have to realize you may be able to go downtown in your city and get the same fucking result. Either way, you're going to pay for the shit. You're not going to land in the DR and those girls are used to being prostitutes and they're going to come running to you like, oh my God, you're such an American, just take me with you. You're not going to get no shit like that, bro. They're coming at you with anticipation of getting some money or getting a fucking green card so they can become a citizen and just so they can leave your fuck ass. If not, you got to pay to mold them into what you want them to be. So do you have the money and do you have the dominancy to actually mold a foreign chick into what you want out of her? Do you have that? Or you just like, all right, I want to go overseas just so I can get some booty because I'm sick of jerking off and American women ain't getting me no play at all. You have to decide, what the fuck are you excited about? That's how I look at it. Like, what is the excitement of going overseas? And you're talking to a guy who was born in Germany, lived in Italy for 2 years, Elmendorf, Alaska, Holland, France, what else? In the military, I've been around, and I'm telling you, I've been to countries where women are lined the fuck up, ready for you to pick them and to fuck them for $3. I've been in countries where women are sitting there holding hands with both of their daughters like, hey, you want to take her with you? Trying to get me to fuck their daughter. So you have to understand, you guys who ain't left the fucking country yet and ain't been overseas, when you get overseas, there's more than enough pussy for cheap. But when you go to lift them skirts up and shit, there's enough crabs and everything else running around that motherfucker. They sold been gone. Been gone. If you can get 15 women to get butt naked in one room and take turns sucking your dick, who you think ain't did that before you? You think you special, huh? You was nobody over here, then all of a sudden you come overseas and you special? No, nigga. They gonna say, where the money at? Oh, you got money. Yeah, we love you long time. You want me to bend over? You want me to suck his penis when I'm done? They're gonna do that. It's the same shit in fucking Hollywood. You can go to Hollywood, California right now, and then at those mansion parties, they got loads of women that are just sitting around ready to be picked up. Matter of fact, you could go downtown in your city right now and find out where the athletes are, and when you walk in there, you're gonna see escorts sitting next to the bar, ready to get picked up, hoping a trick come up in there. But guess what? When you go overseas, it's going to be the same thing with them women, that they just going to be a little bit cheaper for you to buy. But it ain't going to be nothing for you to brag about. It's cool when you're 18 and 25, you know, you and your boys are going out there. You're like, yo, let's just go out there, order up some bitches and do that. That's cool. 35? Nah. Nah, at 35, you supposed to already have your purpose. You supposed to already be established. You should already know your zone. You should already know your boundaries. You should already know what type of women you attract to. You should already know what type of women are attracted to you. Every man is not going to be attracted to every woman, and every woman is not going to be attracted to every man. But if you just keeping it on a sex scale, it's going to come down to money. So if you want to spend the $2,000 on the flight, the hotel room, and everything to go take a flight, to go spend more money to get some pussy, that's okay with me. Because you keep it fair, you do what you got to do, whatever happens in that country, and you come back home. But if your anticipation is to go overseas and grab up one of these slutty ass brides and fuck her and fall in love and then think it's easy, no, those bitches are programmed to be hoes. I don't give a fuck what you say. You ain't get ready to take no woman out the fucking whorehouse and turn her into a housewife. That ain't gonna work. You better go watch Casino and you see what Ginger did to Ace. When they get attached to that prostitution lifestyle, they would not be coming back. Jay-Z said it the best. You can't turn a bad girl good when a good girl is gone bad. She is gone forever. She's gone. The only reason why I'm in a relationship right now is because my woman wears a scarf all day long. She don't show no parts of her body. She gets in the swimming pool with her clothes on. And I know her culture of friends are a tight niche. They don't listen to no Nicki Minaj. They don't even know who the fuck Cardi B is. She don't know none of that shit. She don't roll like that whatsoever. That's the only reason why I got one. So you have to understand, bro. When it comes to the passport bros and you guys want to go overseas, it's cool. But don't look for marriage. But also understand there's nothing over there that you're going to get that you can't get here. And majority of the girls over there, I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm speaking from experience. I'm speaking from experience. I'm not running my mouth. That pussy overseas is beat the fuck up, bro. Them DR girls, they're beat the fuck up. Listen to what I'm telling you, bro. You go to Dominican Republic, it's gonna be easy to get these girls, but one gonna be missing a tooth, the next one's gonna have a cold sore, the other one's gonna have a bullet hole in her fucking leg. They're gonna be fucked up. You're not gonna have dime pieces that's just coming out of nowhere. Something's going to be wrong. You're gonna take the panties off and you're gonna look and be like, the bitch has fucking cold sores on her pussy. You ain't the only nigga flying in from out of town. They got guys flying in by the boatloads every day. Them brides in the DR ain't even got enough time to go to sleep before they gotta wake up and be fucking another nigga. You know what it's like to fuck a whore who done fucked a whole bunch of people? Nothing. All you feel is booty claps. You don't even feel your dick inside of her because she's so open. That's what it's like. You gotta be fucked up. You gotta be high, you gotta be drunk just to be in the mood. When you're around these girls, it's not what you guys think it is. It's a whole bunch of stink shit, man. That's how I feel about if you want to go overseas to get women. The pussy is actually worse. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. And a lot of those girls, they just are not there. They're not even cool girls to sit up and have a fucking conversation with. You can barely talk. You literally, hey, let's just fuck. See what it feels like. Oh, it feels just like the American woman. That's why it's best that you get on your purpose and you create power within yourself and you allow the bitches to throw themselves at you. That's what you got to realize. You got it. When it comes to women, a man has to be in a position where you're sitting back and you can pinpoint which ones you want. You got to be in that position to where you make the decision. You can't be in a position where you got to pay for it. You can't do that. It's fun when you're young. Don't get it twisted, because when I was younger in Miami, bro, I ain't gonna even lie to you. And we used to run them numbers up in the valet. I had no problem ordering up bitches, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I knew the girls I was ordering up. I knew exactly what it was gonna be. I knew we was having parties and we just didn't feel like chasing no bitches. We knew exactly what clubs to go to. Hey, you and your girls, blah, blah, blah. What we talking? 1,500, 1,200? What we talking? Like, you gotta know how to talk that shit. What we talking? 1,200, 4 of your girls, 3 of my boys. We go back, everything cool. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we want our boy with us. All right, bring your little gay friend with you so nothing go wrong. Like, you got to understand, like, bro, when you start dipping into that world, bro, if you got the money, you can make it happen anywhere. When you go overseas, you're just getting it cheaper. But in my opinion, the overseas girls, they're way more wore out than fucking regular girls that's in your neighborhood. Because everybody think they're getting a better deal by going there. But what you really have is a whole bunch of guys trying to turn whores into housewives. And when they find out that them whores are still whores, a whore is a whore. It don't matter what country she's in. Woman's nature works everywhere. When they're free and they're selling their soul for the money, they don't care about AIDS. They don't care about chlamydia. They don't care about gonorrhea. They don't care about that, because for her and her friends to all get butt naked in a hotel, they gonna already be on Molly. They gonna already be snorting coke. They not doing nothing till you have some drinks and some weed. They gonna be so fucked up, it's gonna be unreal, because all they want is the damn money. So understand, going overseas can actually be more detrimental. That's my advice. It's easy to get the pussy, but like I told you, a lot of those girls are fucked up, bro. They're fucked up. I'm talking from experience. So I'm not finna sit here and talk that yeah, man, we could go overseas, get our passport, we'd never have to worry about a girl hurting our heart. But she may suck the dick and get up and be like, where's the next dick? Then what? They doing the same shit that the girls here are doing. They're just more organized with it. All right, Eric Cummins says, keep up the good work. Love your channel, fan for life. Big shout outs, bro. Thank you very much for the donation there. Yo, you guys give me some more donation. Get me over 100 at least. Give me over at least $100. All right. I'll take a couple more questions. What time is it? All right, almost 3. All right, I can take a couple more questions. All right. He says, bro, black women are crazy at work. Yesterday, some black woman pulled up in her car talking crazy, talking about she out looking, talking about the black men standing outside in the warm truck. I walk away. You got to, man. When you come across an angry black woman, they're the worst. And the reason why the angry black woman is the worst is because she reminds you so much of your mom that you kind of feel sorry for an angry black woman. You want to help her because she reminds you of your mom sometimes. That's how I used to be. I used to be like, man. Then one day I had to wake up like, yo, black women are just fucked, bro. I can't do this no more. You have a lot of sympathy for black women because a black man wants to love a black woman. But black women just don't know how to be loved, bro. That's just how it is. They just don't know what it is. They don't know what it feels like. All right, we got my man Jamari Met says, shit, you avoid women that say you probably don't make enough money for me? Nah, you supposed to keep chasing her, bro. When she say you don't make enough money for her, you supposed to just keep chasing her till she eventually get in. Listen here, man, you know the answer to these questions, bro. If a woman says that you don't make enough money for her, that's a red flag for you to walk away. But you gotta realize, you have to also look at that as like truth too, that you need to get on your shit. All right, it's gonna work 2 ways. One, it's gonna show you that ain't the girl you're supposed to be with. But in the second way, it's gonna show you maybe I need to step my game up to where she at least thinks that I'm somebody with something, so she don't feel the need to even say that. You think she gonna tell the nigga in the Bentley he don't make enough money, or the nigga driving the Benz he don't make enough money? Like, you gotta get your image together. That's what Kevin used to tell you too. Kevin used to say, you gotta have your image together. Persona is everything. So if you got a woman telling you you don't make enough money, she don't know what's in your bank account. You ain't showed her that yet. She's going off the perception. Me personally, those type of women, I'll say, how much for a blowjob? How much for a blowjob? That's what I would say. Next time a woman says you don't make enough money for me, say, how much do you be charging for blowjobs? How much you be charging for ball licks? I've told grown women that. Grown women who have tried to challenge me and you broke, I've asked them like, all right, now you see the money, how much you charge for blowjobs? You got to start treating a woman the way they act. If they start acting like a prostitute or a whore, start treating them like that, yo. For real, for real. They want to hit you with that, I'm a boss and you don't make this and you broke. Ask her, how much does it cost to get my dick sucked? Since y'all put so much emphasis that a man has to have money, how much money does it cost for me to get my dick sucked? Start saying that to women. And that way they look at it like, man, he ain't that type of girl. Well, that type of girl says that. That's what you tell her. If a woman tells you, you don't make enough money for me, say, well, how much you charge for a blowjob? I'm not that type of girl. Well, the girl that blows job says that. The fuck you talking about? How you gonna tell me you not a prostitute, but you saying the same thing as a prostitute? Prostitute say, hey, I'm $200 for the night. And I say, hey, I got $100. That's not enough money for me. That's what she gonna tell me, right? Right, so you have to say to her and say, hey. You say, hey, how much it costs for a blowjob since I ain't got enough money? I just want a blowjob out of you. I don't want to take you to Cheesecake Factory or Benihana's or any of that. I specifically want to go behind that dumpster and get my dick sucked. Start saying shit like that to women. So they sit back and actually look at themselves and say, damn, this nigga, he just literally talked to me like I'm a prostitute. I've done that, and I do that all the fucking time. When women try to play this bad bitch and men don't make enough money, I tell them straight up, how much is it for a fucking blowjob? Because when you say that, you're already putting a price on your heart. If she's putting a price for you to talk to her, then she's putting a price on her soul. So tell her, you've already put the price on your soul. All I want is my balls licked. How much is that? I even told girls like, yo, how much it costs for you to go both ways? She be like, what you mean? And I've told girls who worked at corporations, I got a nigga getting out of jail and I'm just trying to set it up to where, you know, when he get out of jail, we could go straight to the telly. He can go ahead and bend you over, get his balls licked. You got a girlfriend of yours, y'all can come over and y'all could threesome him. So how much does it cost? And girls have looked at me like, why would you talk to me like that? Why would you answer me like that? I'm not playing. Why would you say that? You've already placed money on your heart. You've already said a man has to have a certain amount of money for you to talk to him. He has to have a certain amount of money for you to do this. He has a certain amount of money to do that. So if everything that you do with a man is coordinated around money, how much does it cost for you to suck dick and lick balls? Because at some point, you're going to do that. You think the man that you think you've been in a relationship with that does have the money is not going to want you to suck his dick and lick his balls? Huh? You think you're going to end up with a guy where you ain't got to do nothing at all? So let's just get straight to it. How much is it to get your dick sucked? That's what you got to say to her. When women start talking this money and boss role, then you tell them, hey, you've already put a price on your heart. So how much is it to get my balls licked? Period. Because now that I know you're a gold digger, I wouldn't marry you. Now that I know that a guy has to have 100,000 in his bank account to be with you, I don't want you. Because at some point I gotta what? Show you it to get what? What am I gonna get? An aggravation? What am I gonna get from there? So you see the bank account and then all of a sudden you change. So I'll pull up in a Bugatti, I can get my dick sucked for free. But if I pull up in a Honda, I gotta convince you that one day I'm gonna make the money for the Bugatti. That's how you gotta look at it, bro. The guy in the expensive car is gonna get the sex faster than the guy who's trying to convince the woman that he has a dream. So what you gotta do is when she starts talking that boss talk and you ain't got enough money for me, then you gotta tell her, well, I only want my dick sucked. How much you charging for that? I don't want the relationship. I don't want to take you out on a date. I don't want to do all that. I just want sex. How much is it for that? Then see what she says. Or is it like she's trying to tell her, are you trying to package this deal where you get a vacation, a kid, a house, and all this just for sex? Like, you got to start playing with a woman's brain and start comparing her to a prostitute or an escort whenever she starts talking money. Too many guys fall into a defensive mode. We like, you're a gold digger, man. This shit, these type of women talking that shit. Y'all get really vulnerable when women say you don't make enough money for me. And I'm gonna explain to you why. Because the amount of money that you think that you need to get her, you don't have it. That's nothing against you, but 90% of guys are not gonna have the amount of money that most of these women are being delusional about to say that you get to have. So not only is she being delusional by telling you that you don't make enough money, but you're being delusional into thinking that you just being broke is gonna get her. So now you got to meet halfway with it when she starts talking about it. Now you got to be like, all right, cool. I may not have enough money, but I just want a little piece. So how much is it for you to do a blowjob? And then she'll be like, whoa, what are you talking about? I'm like, all right, not a blowjob. How much is it just for you to like bend over and let me smack your booty and rub on it a couple times? She's like, what type of girl do you think I am? Like, why are you talking to me like this? That's how you want her talking. Because when you start talking to her like that, then you could turn around and say, well, the girl that I would normally go give the money to for that. All right, let me move a little bit. You got to start giving them a dose of their own medicine. You know what I'm saying? When you give a woman a dose of her own medicine, she'll shut up, tail go between her legs, and she'll go somewhere. You ever came across an older black woman? I'm talking like over 45, 50, and they try to prove to you that they right, and then you prove them wrong. What do? They shut up and they walk away. So when these women start pulling that boss talk out, talk to them like a prostitute. When they start talking that money talk, talk to them just like a prostitute. Well, how much you want for this? You're a cute girl, but you know, I just want to have sex with you. How much you charge for that? That's how you talk to these women, bro. You don't never talk to a woman in the direction that she's going. Because if she could lower your vibration as a man and get you in a defensive mode to argue what she's saying, she's already won. That's what you have to realize. Calling you broke, little dick, and all that stuff is to emasculate you and to make you feel vulnerable and defensive. So you argue with her. Once you argue with a woman, all you're doing is saying, here's the power. Once a woman has you arguing and fighting, she has the power. 9 times out of 10, she's gonna start laughing and smiling. You'll notice that, especially a black woman. You get to arguing with a black woman and she gets you in your mood, she'll probably be like, look at you, you're mad. And then she's gonna start laughing at you because you're angry. Because that's all she wanted to do with you from the beginning, is to get you angry enough to steal your emotion and then push you away from her. That's what they do. What you got to do, you just got to start talking to her like she's stupid. Start talking to her like a prostitute. And I guarantee you, she going to change the way she talk when she get around you, because she's going to think, this how this nigga views me. He looking at me as a prostitute. I told him he don't make enough money for me. He called up, look, one time I did this. I called up one of my boys and was like, yo, can I borrow like $2,000? And he's like, well, I was like, yo, girlie said I don't make enough. I think that like, if I get $2,000 from you, I got 1,500, maybe she'll suck my dick. And I did that in front of her, just to make her feel like shit. That's what you guys are afraid to do. You're afraid to talk to a woman like she's a prostitute. You're afraid to tell a woman, I just want to have sex with you. How much does it cost? That's how you handle boss bitches. You treat them like prostitutes. You talk to them like prostitutes. What does that do? That make them look at themselves. That make them say, well, damn, I did say he don't make enough money and I know he wants to have sex. You have to do that. Reverse psychology, and it works. That's what you guys are afraid to do. If a girl tells you, I'm a boss bitch, I do this and you don't make enough money for me, you start thinking about your bank account and what you can actually prove to her, and that's the part that hurts, when you know you don't make enough. But the girl that's saying that may not have shit in her bank account at all, and what she's doing is she's fucking with you, seeing if you're gonna relinquish all your power trying to get her. You know how many motherfuckers is going broke trying to get a broke woman that they think got some type of fucking money in their bank account? There's too many guys running around here tricking on women because they think that same woman has some type of money in her bank account. So he's looking at her like, oh, she drives a nice car. She got her own apartment. She has all these accessories on. She's a boss bitch. She's doing her thing. No, she's not. That bitch is living check to check. She living check to check. Past due amount to past due amount. And the only reason why she putting so much pressure on you to have money is because she don't have any. But if you take the boss bitch that does have money, the first thing she do is go get her a fucking broke ass nigga out of jail and buy him every fucking thing he want. Am I right or am I wrong? That's what you gotta look at. The girl that's claiming she a boss bitch, she ain't got no money. The girl that says you don't make enough money for me, she ain't got no money. She may have a bunch of accessories, but she ain't got no money. That girl that does have the money, and she ain't telling you she got money, she gonna go buy that broke nigga everything he want when he get out of jail. That's what you gotta look at it as. So when they start talking that you ain't making enough money, just look at them and say, how much you charge for a blowjob because you ain't got none. I know you ain't got none. Don't come play that. Women that got money want broke niggas because they want niggas that can fuck the shit out of them. That's what they want. And we see that time and time and time again. Time and time and time again. You always see the girl who's never bragging about being a boss bitch blowing the money. But you always see the girls who are boss bitches fighting with other girls because they all pretending. They're all lying. It's easy to convince a guy who wants sex from her that she's a boss bitch and she's more valuable. That's how these basketball stars and these fucking athletes and entertainers get caught up with the wrong woman, thinking just because that woman is at a Hollywood party, she's somebody. No, bro. She ain't nobody. She up in here trying to suck dick, find a penis that she can attach to and hope and pray to God that she gets pregnant by him and she gets a little piece of what he got coming for the rest of his life. That's the end game when they start talking about that, oh, you don't make enough money for me. No, she's broke. Talk to her like a slut. Talk to her like a slut. And trust me, things are gonna change when you start talking down to a woman and you start to look at her in a different light. Everything changes. All right, let's see here. We got any more? All right, I'm getting ready to get off. We're on like hour number fuck. All right, let's get some donations up. Y'all give me some more donations and then I'll take a couple more questions here. Y'all got me over the 100. Big shout outs. Thanks for the $100. We managed to get 100 in 2 hours. All right, question. My man Randall, he says, if you had a son, how would you red pill him before he turns 18? What age would you start red pilling him? I'll start red pilling him now because the personalities and the mindsets are going to be created during this time period. What I would do is teach your son chess. Teach children how to play chess. If you have a son, you want to teach him how to play chess. Start getting him how to play chess. And the reason why chess works so good when you're teaching young men at a young age is because like chess teaches you how to think 5 moves ahead. Like if you play chess, then you know you have to think 5 moves ahead. When you see somebody staring at a chessboard before they make their move, they're not thinking about the move that they're gonna do now. They're thinking about if they make this move, what are the next 5 moves that can possibly happen? When you start getting your son to learn chess now, it happens in the rest of the world. Everything that he does, he'll start looking 5 seconds ahead of the decision that he makes now. That's what you have to do. You have to program your child into thinking ahead of time. So I would start off by teaching him chess. Teach him how to play chess. Once he knows how to play chess, and chess is all about breathing, stopping, monitoring, paying attention to everything, it coordinates with the rest of the life. So in the rest of his life, when he come across females, he'll be the same way. He'll come across his female, but he'll know, trouble, she's here, she's going through this. He'll pay attention to the red flags and he's able to predict his outcome in the future. See, you got to start getting kids thinking ahead of time, because when they learn to think ahead of time, then it'll help with them being successful. In order for a person to be successful, they have to visualize themselves where they're going to be ahead of time so they can get up and do it. You have to see yourself accomplishing things before you're able to accomplish it. So if you're going to teach a child anything, it would be chess, because chess teaches you how to look at everything 5 steps ahead. All right, chess is probably the best game that you could teach a little boy right now because it's going to help with everything. You have to realize you could tell a boy at the age of 18 all the red pill information you want. He doesn't get it till he gets his heart broke. You have to understand, you can learn all of this right now. If you have never had your heart broken, it won't stick. It won't stick. If somebody has never had their heart broken, all this red pill stuff will not stick on them. Red pill information only sticks to the guy who's had his heart broken and he refuses to go through that pain again. So you have to understand, red pill are for guys that have already experienced the pain. So trying to express that to your son is going to be hard because he hasn't expressed or felt the pain that you felt. He's still going to be, oh man, I want to get that fat booty. Look at that girl with the fat booty. All right, so you got to start teaching him what comes with that. How to look at a fat booty and know if she been ran through or not. How to look at a fat booty and see what's going to come from there. I know plenty of corn-fed white chicks out in the suburbs with fat booties that are fucking good-ass moms. That's what you got to look at it as. Some of these fat booties are going to get a lot of men hurt because they're chasing desires. So I would teach your son chess. Chess will help him make better moves in life. Women will become easy the moment you start making better decisions with your life. Women will become extremely easy whenever you can do that. So hopefully I answered your message on that. Let's see here, what else we got? He says his white friends taught him how to play chess. You learn how to play chess, man, you're still a step ahead of the game. He says, how do you deal with Arab women when they prefer a Muslim man? You got to let them go be with a Muslim man. You don't try to go against the grain. The Muslim woman that I'm with, she semi came for me. So, you know what I mean? And then the situation I'm in, me and her were friends for years before we decided to do a relationship. We were just friends because of her religious beliefs. So I understand exactly what you're saying, but you have to realize the girl I'm with now, me and her were friends for years. No sex, no dating, just we're cool. Like I know who he is, and you know what I'm saying? We worked out at the gym together. You know what I'm saying? I was used to seeing her at the gym, and then we conversated about this. I knew her friends, and then over time, we got to where we're at now. But when we first started, no, I had no intentions that I was going to be with her because she was watching me deal with a whole bunch of other women just by knowing me as a friend. So you got to realize this took, where I'm at with my Arabic woman right now, this was over time. This wasn't just, hey, I met her and I pursued her and this. It wasn't that. It was, we didn't have any plans of being with each other. It happened. You know what I'm saying? After getting to know each other, it happened. That's my thoughts when it comes to it. But you're right. 98% of Arab women are going to want an Arab man. Like, period. The dads are going to be the tough one to convince. All right, now, what would I teach my daughter right now? He says, all right, so what about daughters? What would I teach a daughter right now? It's a hard one because a father's going to naturally teach his daughter not to need a man. That's what you got to understand. A father is going to naturally teach his daughter not to need a man. That's what you got to realize. If I had a daughter, I will be teaching her not to need a man. Why? Because I wouldn't want her to fall in love too fast at a young age. Most women are going to make their mistakes at a young one. But at the same time, I would have her find a guy like me. I would tell her, I'm the standard of the type of guy that you should be with. But when we're out, I would teach my daughters by allowing her to run free, and when her friends make mistakes, then I would sit her down. Look, you see what's happening with your friend? Why is she going through that? Why do you think she's going through that? What do you think is happening here? That's what it takes. When you're a father, you have to sit down and allow the child to make little mistakes, and then you catch them and you correct them before they can make bigger mistakes. So you have to teach her at the beginning that you may not need a man, but at some point you're gonna want a man. I will always tell my daughter that. You're gonna want a man at some point. And when you want a man, this is what he's gonna want out of a woman. We don't have women that teach the same thing to women. Women don't tell other women, hey, go act this way, but make sure you're feminine whenever you get a husband. They don't say that. They just tell him, you don't need a man. You don't need a man. He say something to you, just leave him. You don't need a man. You don't need a man. He say something to you, just leave him. That's how women teach other women. When a man is talking to his daughter, he's preparing for his daughter to be with a man just like him. Like if I had a daughter and her boyfriend came up to me and he was like, yo, listen, I want to talk to you man to man. Like, I know you love your daughter. This is my girlfriend. I want to be the best provider for her. And he sat down and said, here's my plan. While your daughter, like, this is my plan with my life, what I want to do with my life. And I'm stern and I'm firm. And he's able to keep her in check and still be him. I'm going to let my daughter be with the guy who knows where he wants to go. I'm going to let my daughter be with the guy that can put her in check. I'm going to let him be with that. I'm not going to be the beta male dad that says, hey, don't talk to my daughter like that. If you're not abusing my daughter and you got your head on your shoulders, you have a game plan, and I'm seeing you chase your dreams, and I'm seeing you manifest your stuff in your life to come true, I'm going to let you control my daughter. Because I see myself in you. You feel what I'm saying? I got to know that he has the strength to hold her. Because if you take your daughter and you put her with a weak man, you're only asking for fucking problems, bro. You're asking for her to get pregnant and then come back home. You feel what I'm saying? When she got a weak man, it's going to make her weaker, and eventually she'll leave him. So you don't want to teach your daughter to want a weak man, because that's going to turn her into a baby mama. You got to realize the objective is for her to know what a relationship is supposed to be like so she could utilize it in her own world. That's the objective. But you have to let her make decisions. Be there to correct her little mistakes before they turn into big ones. That's simple. You can always use her friends as examples. Why? Because most women now are raised by single mothers, which means that they're going to be getting pregnant earlier, they're going to be in and out of relationships more, and they're going to be going through way more shit due to the fact that there's no man there to correct it. There's no blueprint of a guy in her life. Look at black women that grow up without a dad. They have tons of fucking kids. He's stretched out, and then at some point after the kids where they can't get a man, they eventually just turn into a lesbian. Like, think about it, like, don't you think it's fucked up that majority of the lesbian community is fucking baby mamas? It's a fucking joke. It's a fucking joke. That's simple, bro. So when it comes to raising your daughter, raise your daughter to not need a man, but you know, and then let her know she's gonna want a man, and this is what type of guy you should be with. These baby moms don't do that. Single mothers don't teach their daughters that shit, bro. Mothers don't teach their daughter that shit. Because as long as their kids always need them, then parents hold the power. Parents always want their fucking kids to need them so they feel like they're doing something, man. Fuck that shit, bro. For real, for real. Fuck that shit. Let's see what we got here. He said, that's why I prefer to date women who have fathers in their lives. Yo, you have to, bro. You have to. You have to. Nowadays, if she ain't got no father in her life, man, most guys got to avoid it. She's going to be a headache. She's going to be good in bed. Going to be definitely good in bed. Definitely a good dick sucker, but just not going to be a good wife. That simple. All right, guys, we've been sitting here talking for too long. I got to get up and get on the road. All right, do some riding around. You guys, make sure you show me some love. Hit the donating button. Watch my videos. Share my videos. And I may go live later on tonight. I don't know yet. Go to my email right now, and I want everybody to send me a reaction video to my email, anthonyspade52@gmail.com, or the link is down in the description. Y'all take it easy. Hasta la vista.